A story as dramatic as Rocky, a journey as improbable as Miracle, a dream as big as Rudy, and a tale as heartwarming as a field of dreams. More than a century ago, a young boy from Brookline, Massachusetts had a dream. At a time when his friends wanted to be baseball stars or football heroes, the young boy wanted to be something very different. He wanted to be the greatest golfer in the world. The boy was Francis Ouimet, and before he was old enough to vote, that dream came true. By the early 1900s, the game of golf had been played for centuries in Great Britain and Europe. British professionals were the masters of the sport. American golf was an amateur pastime then, a game only for the rich and powerful. Francis Ouimet, the son of a common laborer, aspired to the impossible. He became a caddy, taught himself to play in his own backyard, and practiced whenever and wherever he could. By the time he was 14, he had joined a golf team at his school and met Chay Burgess, the new golf professional at the Woodland Golf Club in the nearby city of Newton. Recently arrived from Montrose, Scotland, Burgess was a great teacher and a well-known golf champion who had competed against Britain's greatest stars. Francis had met the right man with the right skills and at the right time in his life to make him a champion. After years of valuable lessons and hundreds of rounds of golf, Francis entered America's most famous golf championship, the United States Open. By chance, the 1913 U.S. Open was held at the Country Club in Brookline, the very course where Francis had caddied just a few years before. He faced the largest field of professionals ever assembled in America, including golf's royalty, British champions Harry Vardon and Edward "Ted" Ray. On a rain-soaked course with little 10-year-old caddy Eddie Lowry by his side, the young American amateur began his epic battle against the world's greatest golfers. No amateur, British or American, had ever won before. After 4 days of play, Ouimet astonished the entire sporting world as he gradually came within striking distance of the leaders, the great Vardon and Ray. Then, on the final day, on the final hole of the final round, under incredible pressure, Ouimet sunk his final putt to tie the British stars, forcing a three-way playoff. The championship was decided the next day and drew thousands and thousands of spectators and dozens of newsmen from Boston, New York, London, and Paris. Telephone and telegraph wires ran from hastily erected press tents through the trees and out into the streets, transmitting the drama as it was happening to the rest of the nation and across the Atlantic to the rest of the world. The 20-year-old Ouimet kept his pace through the first 9 holes. It was 38 all. On the par 3 10th hole, Francis took the lead by 1. Then on the 15th, Ted Ray sent an errant shot into a sand trap and never recovered. It became a 2-man contest. On the 17th, Vardon faltered, driving his ball into a bunker, and Ouimet capitalized on that fatal mistake. The last hole was a mere formality. The final score was Ouimet 72, Vardon 77, and Ray 78. Ouimet's amazing victory was not only the greatest upset in the history of golf, it was the greatest upset in the history of American sports. Francis Ouimet changed the face of golf that September day in 1913 and became America's first golf hero. Ouimet's triumph resonated for generations, popularizing the game for the average man and marking the beginning of American dominance of golf throughout the world. Ouimet went on to capture many more championships, and his success gratefully advanced golf's new popularity in America. In 1914, almost 1 year to the day after his astonishing performance in Brookline, Ouimet won the United States Golf Association Amateur Championship, becoming the first man to win back-to-back U.S. Open and U.S. Amateur titles. He also became the French Open champion in 1914, and during the First World War, Sergeant Francis Ouimet contributed to the morale of his troops by teaching them the finer points of golf. Ouimet played in countless charity and fundraising efforts all across America for the American Red Cross. After the war, Ouimet won the Western Amateur Championship, the North-South Amateur Championship, and the Houston Invitational Championship, all in a single year. He was chosen as a member of the first American Walker Cup team in 1922 and played on the next 7 Cup teams. He recaptured the United States Amateur Championship in 1931, 17 years after his first victory, and was named Walker Cup team captain from 1932 through 1949. In 1951, Ouimet became the first American ever elected captain of the Royal and Ancient Golf Club in St. Andrews, Scotland, and is an original member of both the PGA and the World Golf Hall of Fame. Francis Ouimet, the young Massachusetts boy with a dream, grew up to see that dream and many more come true. Ouimet's teacher, Chay Burgess, continued his influence on golf by founding the New England PGA and by coaching 2 more national champions, Jesse Guilford and Ted Bishop. But most likely, his greatest contribution to the game was the estimated 10,000 lessons he gave to everyday golfers during his long career.